Hello guys, so we're going to be learning how to make this structured spiral design. Yes, this very one you're seeing up here, structured spiral design. Okay, it's been ongoing for a while. If you don't know how to make it, this is an opportunity for you to learn it. And if you already know how to make it, this is also an opportunity for you to learn one or two things. Okay, you will find one or two information that might be useful for you in this journey of making a spiral structure design. Okay, so one of the things I'd like you to know first, about making this structure spiral design is the fact that you can use different fabrics such as organza, organdy, and bridals. Okay, you can use those three kind of fabrics. Now when you use organza, please note that it is not as thick as organdy. Okay, the organdy material or fabric is a bit thicker than the organza. So when you use the organza, you can still see through the organza. When you use the organdy, you can see the lesser you can see through the organdy because it is a little thicker than the organza. But when you use the bridal fabric, okay, any kind of bridal fabric, of course you cannot see through it at all. And then of course the difference between the bridal kind of fabric when you use it for the spiral structure design and the organza is the fact that the bridal fabric is thicker, so it gives it more strength. Okay, howbeit you can also add a bit of strength and stamina, okay, to the organza if you are using an organza fabric. Now what do? You will require your when we want to laminate, when we are making 3D effects applique. Do you remember 3D applique? Okay, you know one kind of the applique is you use it's the organza fabric or any kind of fabric you are using. For instance, okay, this is the organza we are going to be using for this class. Okay, so what do? You cut your what is this called again? Your hemming glue, beg your pardon. You cut your hemming glue, you place it on one part of the organza, you use the other part of the organza to cover it, and then you iron it. So you have two fabric, you have your hemming glue in between your two organzas, and then when you iron it, it becomes one. That is how to laminate your organza. Okay, I have taught this severally in different occasions when making different things. Okay, you can also apply that when you want to make the structure design. Okay, so I just thought I should lay a bit of foundation on this before we go ahead with incorporating our fishing line into the fabric. So this is the fabric we are going to be using. I am not going to be laminating it. Okay, I'm not going to be laminating it. I will just go ahead excuse me, and use my organza this way. This is the organza. I have prepped it. This is actually 2 yards, okay, of organza. Okay, I have ironed it. Please do well to iron your organza. Don't just use it roughly like that. Okay, so this is the bigger organza. As you can see, it's looking very rough. If I open it up now, it's looking very rough. Don't just go ahead to use it like that. Cut out the quantity you want and make sure you iron it properly. As you can see, this is looking well ironed. Okay, properly ironed. You're not seeing any ruffles or folds on it. All right, and do well to hem the edge of your organza for neat finishing. Okay, do well to double fold it for neat finishing. All right, for neat finishing is very important. So I have done my double folding from all sides, the 4 sides I have folded. So right about now we are going to go ahead to, this is the fishing line that we are going to be using for the project. Okay, this is the fishing line for it. You can see it. This is it. Okay, this is it. This is what we are using for it. Okay, so let's go straight to the sewing machine. So this is the fishing line, guys, and like I said earlier, it is 1.2 mm. Okay, 1.2 mm. Both are 1.2 mm. So this is what we are going to be using. So this is it, right? This is the right side of the fabric right now, given the fact that we have folded it. Okay, this is the right side. So the first thing you will want to do right about now is to place your fishing line. Okay, you place your fishing line this way. and then you pick it like this. I'm placing it away from the edge where I folded, okay? So I place it like this. I'm placing it away from the edges I folded. So I place it, and then I'll pick it, okay? So I'll place it on my machine. And then I will endeavor to sew very close to the fishing line as much as I can. If you notice, it has started forming. See, it has started forming. We've just done only one. It's giving us a spiral effect already. So you continue like this. So let me run down this line. So I'm done with one. We are going to go back to where we started from. See, it's forming already. I'll come back to where we started from. I will leave a bit of space in between like this, and then I will pick. Okay, you want to do it as closely as possible, right? And then I'll pick as close as possible as you can. You are careful not to sew on the first one. So I've secured it. Okay, so we are almost done, and this is it. We are done inserting or sewing a fishing line to the organza fabric. As you can see, as spiral structure is set already, you can see how it is all structured up, giving you the structure effect, the spiral structure effects. Guys, this is so beautiful. This is so nice. So at this point, where by the time you are done, the end are not going to be okay, so you trim off, you know, that lengthy part to make it equal. The ends will never be equal, you know, when you use this method. The other ends, as you can see, is not looking equal, but I'm going to trim it to make it look equal, as you can see, you know. And then you go ahead to use it to style any kind of structure that you desire. I do not have a pinnable mannequin at the moment to dress form. I would have, you know, structured this on the dress form so you see what we are able to do, or what we did. You can also go ahead to fold this into two so that it is more firm. It gives it more structure. When you fold it into two, it gets thicker and then gives it more structure. You can choose to use it singularly, or you can choose to fold it into two and then go ahead to style your design however you want it, or however your clients want it. Right, so if this tutorial was valuable to you, found value in it, do well to like, share, subscribe, give a thumbs up, follow depending on where you're watching this video from, and then we are going to see you guys in our next tutorial. Bye bye for now, guys.